Hello, my name is James Miller, and I want to welcome you to Come and Dine. Got a good joke for you. There's this husband and wife, and they were always constantly fighting against each other. They were bickering against each other. Seemed like there wasn't a moment of peace. They were just like cats and dogs. And then one day the husband finally says, "All right, we got to just talk to the preacher. We got to talk to our preacher." So they call up the preacher, and the preacher answers the phone. Of course, he knows who it is because he knows they're famous for fighting and arguing against each other. And the preacher said, "Well, I'll tell you what, since I don't live so far from you, just come down to my house." Well, it wasn't long after that they pulled up into the house and they got out of the car. Of course, they was fighting and arguing and all that kind of stuff. And the preacher realized who it was, so he told him to come in and sit in his study. Well, as they sit down in the study, the preacher says, "Look," says, "I want to listen from each of you, one at a time." So he looked at the wife and he says, "All right, ma'am, so I want to start with you." And so she would start talking to hear her side, and the husband would just start railing against his wife. And the preacher's like, "You got to hold on a minute. Let me listen to the wife, and then I'm going to listen to you." Well, she spoke up again, and he started fussing and arguing at her. And the preacher says, "Look, I need to listen to your wife." Well, she spoke up again, and finally, the husband started arguing again. He looked at the preacher. The preacher looked at the man and said, "Look, you got to button it up and be quiet." And finally the man just shut up and be quiet, and of course the wife gave her side of the story, and after all was said and done, the husband says, "All right," says, "Sir, I want to listen to your side of the story." Well, he goes to speak up, and of course the wife was to start fussing and fighting, and he told her, "Hold on a minute," and he started listening, and this went on for about 4 or 5 times, and finally the preacher just got up and took the wife, picked her up and kissed her right smack dab on the lips. Well, the wife, she's like that, and the husband, he was looking at his preacher, and the preacher looked at the husband and said, "Sir, you see that? You need to at least do that 3 times a week." Well, the husband kind of shocked a little bit, and he got one like that, and he says, "All right, preacher." He says, "All right, if I bring it over Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays?" God bless you, and you have a good day.
Come and dine, the master calls.